And now we can steal it from her for free. I just saved Shush a lot of money.
You are welcome.
What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another DuckTales analysis video. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about Agent 22, aka from the confidential case files of Agent 22. The episode starts off with Huey, Dewey, and Louie sitting on the couch watching The Ottoman Show, which, by the way, was a show that Louie slowly began to like over time in the episode The Great Dime Chase. We eventually move over to Miss Beakley, and oh my gosh, this next scene coming up is just, it's amazing. I love the way they did it.
Getting low on cherry pep, Mrs. B.
Alright, now after watching that scene, you're probably wondering, how can you make this one action sequence in the beginning be so perfect? How can you make it even more great? And I'm here to let you know that there's one little thing that they missed out on that sequence. Music. Alright, now instead of just fooling around, let me just continue on to the actual analysis video. Now, one observation that I actually did wrong in one of my recent theory videos before actually seeing the full episode was the fact that Agent 22 was supposed to be Scrooge McDuck. However, that wasn't the case. Instead, Agent 22 was Miss Beakley, which actually makes perfect sense. From the very beginning, Miss Beakley was originally an agent that never even met Scrooge McDuck until this very mission. And by the way, even within the past, she was so intelligent and so amazing at acrobatics and everything else. I mean, you can definitely see why she was hired to be an agent. And according to the main villain of this episode, known as Black Heron, she mentions that it was decades ago when they first had this mission. My personal approximation is that all of this happened maybe 20 or 30 years ago, because even though she said decades ago, I doubt she would wait that long, and she took that long just to build up all of that equipment and get her revenge. Oh, and while we're on the subject of the main villain of this episode, oh my gosh, was I the only one that thought, wow, what a stupid plan? Because boy, let me tell you, that is such... Okay, if it's not a stupid plan, then it's a weird one, because I've never heard of anything like this before. Her literal plan is to make some kind of juice serum that allows you to bounce up high in the air and I guess make some kind of impact to the ground. And I believe she was gonna make some kind of army of her own self, or maybe even distribute it out to the other supervillains, because there would have been no way she would have been able to conquer all of the city by herself with just bouncing, because that strikes fear into the civilians. So that is such a stupid plan. And we also come across the fact that Webby basically knows everything about Scrooge McDuck, but then the other way around, Scrooge knows nothing about Webby. That was honestly a creative concept, because I didn't really think too much about that, and this episode really justifies the fact that Scrooge McDuck was really selfish. But I guess on his point of view, we did have a moment where in the past his lover betrayed him for gold, and also there's the fact that Della stole an artifact from him. Even though I'm pretty darn confident that Della Duck was an extremely nice person, we still don't know exactly why she took it, and he doesn't really know either. And once again, after all of those backstabs, you can definitely see why he's such a grouchy person. Or at least he was. I believe that even after this episode especially, he's gonna be even more close to his family and trust more people over time. And now, let's get back to talking about that serum, which is so powerful apparently. Towards the end of the episode, both Webby and Scrooge McDuck get captured by Black Heron, and, well, yeah, they almost died. But then, as always, Webby, since she's such a freaking ninja, manages to escape and drinks the serum herself. So then it makes her super immortal. Oh, wait. Oh. I guess that really is it. Yeah, she has the power to bounce around like a bouncing ball and have impacts of bouncing powers. So Yeah. But then Black Heron manages to also drink the serum, and so they both fight it out. Only this time when there's a battle sequence, there's actual music in the background. But with all jokes aside, I really do believe that Black Heron will be back for another episode. I mean, we even have a shot where they show that underneath her building, there is water. The only thing she truly lost was her mechanical arm, and I'm pretty sure she can survive that from a distance. And don't you dare try to say that the water was too shallow, because before they even got there, they had to use a submarine, and that water was definitely deep. And so far, I can't think of a single other supervillain that's dumb enough to try to steal a serum that allows you to bounce around like a lunatic. So yeah, she'll be back again most likely next season to try and steal it. And I guess with all that being said, my time here is finished. The next episode is going to be called Who is Gizmo Duck? I'm honestly quite excited to see that episode because I heard that Gizmo Duck is apparently supposed to be a really prominent character within the DuckTales universe. And in case you've forgotten, there's also the fact that Mark Beeks is most likely on his way to trying to steal that Gizmo Duck robot. So yeah, basically I'm anticipating for that episode to be a good one. Oh, and don't get me wrong, this episode definitely was not a bad one. I just hate the supervillain's plan. Like, it was it was outrageous. It was crazy. It was insane. But however, let me just tell you right now, the main thing that I loved about this episode was the past between Beakley and Scrooge McDuck. I really love how they first met. And now that I have officially filled you in with all the details, it's time for me to say thank you all for your support. Thank you all for keep on going and liking those videos and subscribing. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!